Washington will kick off as this one gets started. He'll bring it out. It's Logan. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Line gets set. First down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. The Dukes in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Barnett. Quarterback adapted. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Husky. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
Oh, he missed it. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Second down coming up. Give to the back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Trying to get to it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
This guy's seriously not going to go for it this close to his own end zone. I mean, he does have a punter, doesn't he? On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. The completion well past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Give to the running back. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Dukes headed quickly to the line. Running back goes in motion. Off play action. He's going to run it. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this third and short. He's looking to throw. Fires on the move. Complete downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Timeout, Washington.
The Dukes have this offense rolling. Going up top on first down. They'll run the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. They've got the screen set up. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down leaves them in second and manageable as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, the ground game. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. Washington, 6. James Madison.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Leaves it with the running back. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Back to throw, it's Rodgers. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
No, it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
Catch in the middle, it's Boston. And he's down at the 41, that's a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
Black 24. Black 24.
He wants to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to get it through the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And they'll just down it right there. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership, come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Slings it downfield. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. They'll give it to the back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Dukes want to crank the tempo. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. The throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Snags it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dukes.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And clang, no good off the right upright. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking to take a shot. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
This time on target. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And the Dukes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Looking for a man, it's Rodgers. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, James Madison. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Got it in the middle. It's Boston. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decision, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's going to take off. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth.
Well, it's a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
Fires on the move. He's got it, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Pressure coming. And the pass falls incomplete, and we play 3.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, James Madison, 13, Washington.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on first. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Trying to find his man on first down.
I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback having to hold on to the football very much longer after watching that last play. This defense right now is pinning their ears back on this area of the field, and they are getting after him quick.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Safe completion on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. The Dukes are in the hurry-up. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Try to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
What a great stop by this defense. Way to bow your neck. Now you got a chance to give the offense the football back. Go out, try to make something happen late in this game.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Now on first down from the 28. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Just a little off. Incomplete. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Bought a little time, lets it go. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Let's go. This is how you make it interesting. Your defense has to come through, has to make the big play, and they do. Clock running out, you get the ball back to your offense. Way to force the issue, create the interception.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
How about this? These guys are going for 2.
Black 24. Slam.
Power ahead. He won't make it. Stopped short of the goal line. The attempt for 2 is no good, and they are still down by 1. They're sending out the regular kickoff unit. I know they have 1 timeout left, but you got to go onside kick here. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout. Not much of a choice here. Down by a score late, they'll line up for the onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, James Madison.
They're within striking distance, but they need the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. 1 possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Fires to the middle. The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Got out of trouble and throws. Good timing on the quick out. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a 2-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads it left. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he takes the interception return out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap it up. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
They didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It's called the greatest setting in college football, and even if the skies open up, that pales in comparison to the purple rain that will be unleashed by the homestanding Washington Huskies. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Falcons will get us started with the opening kickoff. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. On the run, it's Coleman. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
And the ball is intercepted. Takes it the other way. Running inside the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Falcons!
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. At midfield, he's got room. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
All right, trying to attack the middle of the field on that in route. Nice job putting his foot in the ground. He didn't telegraph where he was going. He was open. He's just got to make the catch.
Back to throw, it's Rodgers. Buying some time. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. In the red area, it's Coleman. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he added the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Scanning the field, it's Busha. They're trying nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as
Welcome, everyone, to Akron, Ohio, and home of the Akron Zips, where the fans have been eagerly anticipating this matchup, one that could call back the glory days once seen in the old rubber bowl. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the MAC, the Akron Zips. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Zips will kick it off to get us underway. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got room at the 35. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
They'll ride Davis here. Made a defender miss. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an electrifying 45-yard run to the house. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense getting set for first down. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. At the 35, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game. being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
To the air, it's Rodgers. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Six Killer. That guy was
looking for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Brings up second down.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the hit on the quarterback is why that was incomplete, but that QB is lucky that was not picked off. That is the cardinal sin, throwing back across your body. This quarterback needs to be more careful moving forward.
Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Offense set on first down. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Golden. And he's brought down after a nice gain. First down here for the offense.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Washington 7, Akron 0.
New set of downs after that completion.
Lasso. Alert.
Looking to throw, it's Finley. Gets open down the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The Zips want to move quickly. On second down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
And the Zips will snap it on first and 10.
3 and 25.
The give to the back. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up of 1 to the 35.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Reload. Acorn.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
To the air, it's Rodgers. Throws to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. If you have a zone to drop to him, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes, great job by the defense, understanding the ball is coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Looking to go up top on first down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Boston. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Steps away. Off the deflection. Missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Throws to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double.
Touchdown, Huskies! What a catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lacy. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
With the catch, it's Simmons. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Finley. Unloads to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Fires left. Got him downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
This offense right now, they are doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive.
Washington, 21. Akron, 0. Number 95, set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Gonna run it. It's Simmons. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Washington, 21.
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half.
Number 95, set to kick off.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. Get our confidence going. We just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Looking to throw.
On the ready.
And here comes the offense on second down. To the ground with the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
The Zips will call on their punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down.
29 Phillies.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Open space at the 25. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Running the red zone, it's Davis.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive.
Touchdown, Washington. And the route is on. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lacy. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Terrier.
Back to throw, it's Finley. Got a man.
That's a nice catch, and it's a good job staying in bounds. If the quarterback would just give him a little bit more room, maybe have a little bit more space to make a play. Instead, no gain.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20.
Lasso.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Washington 27, Akron 0.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum.
25. Flip, flip.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Now, fourth down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. And the Zips with the 1st and 10.
Flip it.
He'll just keep slinging it. Fires to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Hornet. Can.
Looking for a man. It's Finley. The throw to the outside is complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
To the air on first down. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Washington. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Here comes the offense on first down. Wide out in motion.
Terrier.
Going up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give as they work on that clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He caught it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Little touch pass to the receiver.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Slams it ahead. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this threw third to mid-range. You got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Set to kick this one away.
Coming out with it, it's Lacy. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.